it ended up just working out literally perfectly. And until we have a logo, we're gonna just use that, dude. It's gonna be perfect.
It's gonna be the
The crazy guy, dude. All right, that's gonna be our intro. I just started recording. That's our
Okay,
intro.
okay.
All right, plug.
What's up? Yeah, yeah.
All right, welcome to another episode of Early Morning Podcast. It is July 19th, 6:28, nearly 6:30 on the dot. We're here, we're recording. It's episode, I believe, 129. Grab you a J, grab you a brew, grab you whatever it is on earth you may do. It may be 128. I may have fucked that up.
I think
No, it's 129. I'm right. No, you can't talk, dude. You can't talk until I introduce you. Now you heard a guest, but that's okay. He was eating a hot dog in his car the other day, and he was just on his lunch break. No, I'm kidding. It's Mikey Barajas. We got Mikey Barajas, man. Cheers. I know you don't drink, but cheers, brother.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you for coming, dude. Being a guest, man. How you doing, bro?
Good, bro. Just chilling.
Chilling
like a villain.
like Bob Dylan, dude. Hell yeah. We're talking about the mic. You said, like, how was that from your perspective, dude?
It was pretty wild. I was just sitting in the back, and I was like, man, this guy is in denial. Like he was running the clock.
Yeah.
No respect.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like,
Dangerfield would have been pissed.
He's like, I'm gonna do 5 more minutes on on development of the brain.
Yeah, dude. No, I know there's a little clip in your in the no, there's a little part in the clip where you see your face just snap back and you're kind of like smirking, like what the fuck's about to go down right now, dude. And yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, go listen to the last episode. I talked about it. We had a wild guy show into the mic, Moy's open mic, and yeah, dude, it was a night to remember for sure, dude. But dude, we've been on we've done a bad show together now that I think about it too. Yeah, I'm not gonna say whose show, but we've done a show together that was pretty much a fucking shit show.
Off the rails.
Yeah, an off the rails show. I talked about
drunk. He was drunk, just yelling.
Yeah.
The staff didn't.
Nothing.
Yeah, so it's like
Instead, they like recorded him and instigated it, making it 10 times worse.
Escorted him out.
I know,
way
dude.
Sooner.
I know,
like,
dude.
That single customer made
He heckled the fuck
customers.
out of Ruby, dude.
Yeah. And then remember, because of him, a bunch of
People
left.
walked. Yeah, they left the room.
So they should have escorted him, but they didn't.
So, dude, people see how we're seated right now. They see I'm not much higher up on the thing right now, dude. How annoying is it, or is it annoying that people talk about your height all the fucking time on stage, dude?
I'm used to it. I've already accepted it. I just feel like I'm a little dude, so I'm aware.
Yeah.
I don't let it break me. I'm like a little.
I just know because I've gone on and grabbed the mic and made just a fucking corny one-liner joke about you being short and me being short, and then the mic stand being all that shit. I'm sure you get it all the fucking. I've seen you get it multiple times, dude, and you're just like.
I'm a short king, baby.
You just take it, dude. It's just it is what it is now,
I'm used
dude.
to it.
Yeah.
I'm accepted it. I'm a little dude.
Bro,
I'm a little proud.
I'm a little proud. It took me a while to accept it. I'll be honest, man. I didn't realize how short I was, dude. I'm yeah, dude, you're average, right?
Nah, we're not average. We're hobbits, bro. But it's alright because I blend in.
Dude, I know, but I thought for so long, I'm yeah, dude, most chicks probably don't even notice, I'm a little bit short. But no, everybody notices.
I'm a little dude, yeah, I'm a little dude. We're little dudes, bro, but it's alright because, I don't know.
It's fine, dude.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Chill.
But, dude, I haven't seen you without, I think, a hoodie ever. I didn't know you.
Hot, bro.
I didn't know you had this many tats, man.
Yeah, I have a couple tattoos.
When'd you get your first one, bro?
Damn, I was 20 years old.
20?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say way younger than that. I thought you were gonna say 15, 16.
Nah, my first one was when I was 20 years old. I got the Angels logo tattooed on my leg.
I have that, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have the one with the wing, and then it was.
Oh, okay, that one's the cooler one.
Yeah, I
That
have the
one's
one with the
cooler one.
wing, and then I have like the outline of the state.
Okay.
So it looks.
Oh, the typical trashy Cali tattoo, dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it
Yep.
looks pretty cool though. My cousin, he did it, and I'm just thankful. It looks, it was a good first one.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I just didn't know, man. I never see you like even in a t-shirt, so I didn't even know like you had all these, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying to come out more with my, not be all, because
What are you gonna be like Joe Rogan and like are you know his theory?
what?
He like he never wears short sleeves on stage because he thinks his tattoos are too distracting. And he's already so like jacked and yoked that he's like, everything I say they're not gonna listen to because I look like a fucking beast, basically.
And I feel like I've been getting more comfortable, so I feel like I'm gonna do it soon.
Do it, dude. Who
Yeah,
gives
I've
a
done
fuck?
it a
Yeah,
couple
who gives a
times.
fuck? Be you, dude. There are comics with face tats, dude.
Yeah.
I honestly think that's almost a very overlooked. I mean, like he's just over exaggerating basically how important we are. He thinks that like literally our word is God when we're on stage, or at least his is when we're on stage. That like it's like we're speaking the scripture. If there's anything distracting about our appearance, like it's gonna fuck up the set or they're not gonna laugh. I think it's a little bit of an overstep, but dude, I don't know. I feel comfortable on stage. I just wear what I wear in normal life, just regular day shit. I've never gone on with a tank top. I don't think, but like my t-shirt, jeans, pants, regular shit, dude. Who I am outside of comedy, it's regular shit, man. Are you a little zooted or what, man?
No, I'm
No,
chilling,
it's
listening
chilling,
here.
dude. Yeah,
I'm vibing.
yeah.
I'm just listening.
Are you a sports guy at all? I don't know if we've talked.
I don't really
before.
talk sport. I'm not talk sports. I'm not really like into basketball or anything. I like movies. I
Okay.
like I like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, so then I'll ask you two things. So you don't watch sports like period at all? Like you don't follow anything? No.
I watch professional wrestling. I like
Oh,
WWE.
like heavily into
Nah,
it?
and I like I've been dabbling in the new stuff now.
Okay.
I like
Dude, I've heard it's had like a resubmergence or
Yeah.
whatever. Like people are really into it.
I like the old stuff. I'm into like the WWF Raw. I watch a lot of the old stuff on Peacock.
Got you.
Me and my cousin, we watch a lot of the old Hell in a Cells, and
Dude.
we're really like into a lot of the old stuff.
When it was like I want to say it's peak because again I feel like it's peaking again. Bro, I was not allowed to watch wrestling as a kid, dude. I was not allowed to. My parents thought it was too violent.
Damn.
It pissed me off so much. All my older cousins, they would all talk about. They'd do the John Cena shit in my face, and I'd be like, I don't get it. Rey Mysterio was popping, and like I wasn't part of that era. I never got to really witness or experience it. I would watch them watch it. That would be like the best part. Like when you get to watch when like one of your homies as a kid has a porno and you guys all just watch it together.
My mom, when I was younger, she like knew I was so into wrestling that's how she would like, like I would get in trouble and she'd be like, "You can't watch SmackDown."
Oh, that would be your
Yeah, that would
punishment.
be my punishment. I
Yeah.
had tickets to WrestleMania and she fucking didn't let me go. I'm like,
Oh my, what the fuck did you do to get?
I don't know. I was a bad boy. Like I feel
That's
like
a punishment right
I feel
there,
like she
dude.
overreacted. I was in
Okay.
the 6th grade. This is when resentment.
6th grade and that was your punishment?
Yeah, I was like, Mama. I was like, Mom. She didn't let me.
You turn into Bohemian Rap.
Yeah.
Mama.
It was crazy, bro. Like I had a cardboard cutout of The Rock.
Uh-huh.
It was like really cool.
So you were into it. You
I
were
was
really into it.
She like chopped it up. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Jesus,
I was
man.
like, what did I do?
God
You know?
damn, man. You must have done something.
Yeah,
If your
I
brain
was-
doesn't remember right now, you must have done
I
something.
wasn't that bad.
No?
I just, I feel like she just. I'm not saying my mom would abuse me. I'm overacting. Not she loved me, but I was just a little shit.
She
I
punished
guess,
you. She
where
punished
she was
you.
just like, broke my rock
Damn,
poster.
dude. Damn, man. I'm trying to think of punishments. I've gotten like my phone taken away for like 6 months at that
Yeah.
age. It was like right when I got a phone, and I think I was sending some flirtatious texts with a chick in my class at the time, And my parents got a hold of it, and they're like, "This is not why you deserve a phone. We did not get you this Motorola Razr for you to be talking all dirty with your little fucking 6th grade girlfriend." Like, and I literally lost it for like the summer, the
Damn.
whole time when you would be needing to hit up your homies,
Yeah.
like, "Yo, where are we skating today? Like, yo, what are we gonna grab to launch today? Like, where can I meet you?" Missed it for the summer, and then like half the year, quarter of the year, dude, just for fucking trying to hook up with the baby girl, dude, in 6th grade, man.
Damn.
That's probably that's the one.
Damn, man.
And then when you get caught in high school like smoking weed, and then I got like drug tested like every other week, for like a year just to make sure I wasn't smoking again.
No, yeah,
dude.
my parents are strict. They took my door away.
That's a hardo move, dude.
I had to masturbate all in secret. You know, it was wild.
Was that just because like you were just getting in trouble too much, or like?
I would skip a multimedia class, and I just was always getting high.
Okay.
I was always getting high.
And they knew that's what you were doing?
They didn't know until they had a meeting with the counselor, and they're like, "Why has Mike been missing from multimedia 46 times?" My papa was like, "Ah!" You know.
Did they know that you were getting faded though? Like,
They
did they ever
knew-
find that out?
Yeah, I got caught up smoking in my shower. I thought I was slick, bro. I thought I was slick.
Why does every teenage kid do? It's always dudes. They're like,
Yeah.
I could do it in the shower. Wiz Khalifa does it. Like, I could get
thought
a.
I thought it was
Oh
cool.
my God,
I
dude.
did it for like maybe like a month, but I was only smoking some swiggity swag.
Yeah.
But the one time my homie hooked me up with some fucking killer Alabama Kush, it was some bomb stuff.
That's when you decided
Yeah.
to smoke it inside.
Well, no, I would smoke. I was smoking in the bathroom in my shower. I would put like shampoo, try to make it all hot box.
Dude,
I would put Febreze and shit.
the classic stoner, like high
And
school stoner.
Then
Yeah.
when I had the bomb and I smoked it in my shower,
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Then
when it smelled.
Yep,
and
yep.
like my dad was downstairs and he like, I was all in my bathroom, all showering, and my dad's like, fucking. I was like, Dad, get out of here.
Oh my god.
And then I knew I
dude.
was cooked. I was in the shower just scrubbing my hair and I just accepted it like my height. I'm like, I'm fucking short and I'm caught up.
Like, I'm short. I'm about to get my ass beat. I'm gonna
about to
lose my
lose-
door.
yeah, I'm about to
You're
lose my door.
It's like you're
I'm
like about to go
fat.
to jail. You're like, this is
Yeah.
my last good shower for a
That's what I'm
minute.
saying.
Yeah,
I
dude.
jerked off.
Oh
my last time
God.
with privacy. I
Did
was
everything.
like,
God,
I was like,
dude.
all right, I'm faded. Let me enjoy it.
I had a
ran
homie
out.
literally get caught the same way. Same way. He was, dude, first week of summer vacation. He was like, he was feeling ballsy. He's like, I could rip the piece in the fucking bathroom. Turn on fucking hot water. You
Get
know,
away.
starts ripping it. Next thing you know, gets called down for a family meeting. Hey, we got a family meeting downstairs. Why don't you come join us right before you take that shower, dude?
Yeah,
Open the door, whoosh, out, fucking Bubba Kush, like.
my dad busted in. Boom. I was like, get out of here. Respect my privacy.
Oh my god.
And then he
dude.
just waited for me.
Those days, man.
Yeah.
Those days of being extra careful but also fucking up at the same time.
My mom
Same
was
time.
like, is this what you've been using my $5 I give you every day?
Oh really?
And I was like, Mama, yes, but is this
like-
where all my apples are going?
I save for 2 days, and then I get a dime bag, and then on the third day I get a Monster. Like,
Shout
what are you
out to
doing?
my homie Fernando. I had a drug dealer named Fernando. He would sell me nickel bags and shit. And
Oh, yeah?
he was the drug dealer with a heart of gold. He was like, hey, Mike, don't you ever try meth. You're a good boy.
Yeah?
Don't you smoke that shit. I was
You-
like, thank you, Fernando. He's dead.
Oh, is he?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, Fernando, dude, if you're listening to this, thank you for making sure Mikey never smoked meth, dude.
Yeah, bro. Bro, I got offered meth second period, first day of class, bro. First day of 9th grade. Over there where I used to live in the IE, they were fucking smoking dope. Like crazy.
They were smoking meth at school?
Yeah, bro. Someone fucking tried to like sell me tweak. Like I didn't know the people who were smoking dope. You know, I didn't kick it with them,
Uh-huh.
but they were tweaking.
At school.
There's someone, yeah.
Jesus
The
Christ,
Vatos,
man.
bro. Vatos and the
What
Lolas.
high school did you go to?
San Jacinto. high in the IE. It was a wild time, bro.
I know the IE gets down, dude, but I didn't know they were doing fucking crystal at school,
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
Like that's
It
pretty
was
real
wild
deal.
times. Cheaters was on TV. Remember that show, Cheaters?
Oh yeah, where they were, yes, dude.
Times were
Oh my
different, bro.
god, dude.
Cheaters was on. You know, motherfuckers were smoking meth.
Yo,
at
that
school.
was a good premise for a show.
They should bring that
They
shit
just
back.
do that on YouTube now,
Yeah.
basically. They just do it on YouTube. The
Yeah.
guy just sets up a fucking camera and sting
Peter
operation. Yeah, dude.
Hey, I've been watching a lot of that shit, bro. That
What? What?
like the fucking sting operations, like
Oh, okay. So, dude, I was afraid to bring this up with you because some people are like, they get weird when you talk about like the body cams. Do you watch that ever?
no.
Oh, dude.
No, I seen like Skeeter Jean catch those creeps, you know?
Oh,
like
like the pedos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I went through a little phase of that. Yeah, I went. Is Skeeter Jean the guy that does he beat him up after
No,
too?
he has a beard. He's you know,
Okay.
he's pretty cool. I don't know. There you know, and there's another guy Gideon or whatever his name is. I think he's pretty funny. His videos are
You think it's funny?
well, they put a lot of effort into it. There was one where they like rented out a movie theater and they hired like fucking background actors.
For pedophiles.
Yeah, so check this out.
Dude,
So-
that's becoming a production.
So
and
check this
that's
out.
too much,
So
dude.
check this
That's
out.
that's
So
too much.
Even this pedo, they had collected all his videos for like the week and like the interactions, and they had edited it into like a trailer. So this fucking pedo thinks he's having a date with like Sandra.
my
And then
God,
they start
dude.
playing his audio. He's like, "Hey baby, what's going on?" And he's
On
like,
in the theater.
In the theater.
Okay, that is funny.
It is funny.
That's funny.
And he's
That's
like-
undeniably funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And then they turn the lights on and they're like, "Do you not know why we're here?" And he's like,
This is the thing though. These guys it's their like ultimate wet dream was to become like a cop that caught these guys. That's what you can tell. Like, what the fuck do they do after they play that trailer besides embarrass the fuck out of the guy, spend a couple $100,000 maybe renting out a movie theater or whatever, several grand. I don't know how
sometimes
much.
they get arrests, you know, so sometimes they get some of these creeps off the street.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's always like, it just depends on the jurisdiction of the cops, because sometimes some of the cops, they don't want to deal with this. They're like, get this shit out of here. You know, but there's some good cops that are like, let's get this motherfucker, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, just, you
I
know,
feel like I think the thing is you can't dabble with that. You can't like be setting people up as an adult and then it like lasts in court. I don't know, man. I don't know about that shit, but I was saying like body cam videos of like crazy arrests or like
yeah,
DUIs.
some of that shit I watched too, because there's not cops no more, bro.
What do you mean?
Well, on TV, you know, like,
Oh,
there are
yeah.
cops, but they don't show like new episodes. So that's how I like, you know, like I'll throw on YouTube and watch some crazy, you know, like body cam shit where it's just, but some of it's wild, bro.
Oh my god, of course it's wild. dude.
Knuckleheads, bro.
Yeah, man.
Crazy people.
I was trying to write a bit like how like my nightly routine would be like I'd get baked, I'd watch like people go to jail, and then I would like just look over on my dresser and see my pistol and just get all like just have like anxiety and then be like, yeah, everything's going right in my life. Like
Yeah.
things are good. Like
Bro, I watch that shit. I get faded and I'm like, these motherfuckers.
that is the other thing too. I'll be like, yeah, these guys are. I'm doing a lot better than some of these
I feel
guys.
better about myself
Yeah,
after watching a little
true.
YouTube.
No, yeah, I saw
those
one-
dudes are.
I saw one of like a mom left her kid in her car in a casino for like 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
And she was
Yeah.
just in there gambling. And I'm like,
Yeah. I seen one where it was like that, but a girl went to the gym.
to work out and
Yeah.
left her dude. Yeah, man. So yeah, that's a
It's like-
nice reminder every now and then that like, yeah, we might be scumbags, we might be degenerates, we might be fucking threatening Gypsy Arnold Schwarzenegger, but we're still all right as citizens.
I said,
would
Dad,
say.
I'm a good guy.
I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy.
Dude, did I tell you about what happened at the Chatterbox the other night?
No, what happened? You went there last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was my first time.
Oh,
So I've heard amazing things about it. Amazing things. Speaking of, dude, I ran into Mario the other night. He did a set at the Harp. Rodriguez.
Yeah,
he's
Mario's
like
a-
he's always at the Chatterbox.
Mario's a homie.
I always see him there.
it was your first time at Chatterbox?
My first time.
That's cool.
Dude.
You got up, bro.
Yeah, I got up. I got selected or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, that place is cool because it has like regular guests or like regular walk-ins. Like people just come in to see the show or just
Yeah,
to
they have
drink
people
and
there.
hang. Yeah, they had people there, dude. They had a
Yeah, it's
nice,
a cool vibe, bro.
yeah,
it's a cool
great
vibe,
stage.
yeah.
So, dude,
I really
all
like
the comics
Chatterbox.
were pretty funny too. All of them were good, and I'm walking out with one of them, a guy I'd never met before, never seen. I'm assuming he's an IE or Riverside guy, and I'm walking out with him just to like get his like socials because I'm like, hey man, like what's your IG? You're hilarious, dude. Like, you know, you did well with 3 minutes. I walk out and I look to my right, dude, and there's a chick that is literally in the middle of collapsing and blood spraying out of her forehead, dude.
What the fuck?
Yes, literally, like I'm not exaggerating. Knees just like gave out and she's spewing blood from her forehead. And she's standing next to two other dudes and they're doing nothing. They're just completely frozen.
What did you do?
What did I?
Did you?
Don't worry, I'm getting to it, dude. I saved this story for the pod, dude, because it was an interesting ass fucking.
Yeah.
Especially my first time there in fucking Covina at the Chatterbox, dude.
Vic stepped in.
Yeah, dude, for real. I'm telling you, Mikey. So these two dudes, they're just standing there, hammered. One of them is like, she's my friend. I'm like, okay, dude, is she your girlfriend? Like, who is she to you? She's like, I've known her since high school. He's being super indirect. Like, I think he wanted to like separate himself from the situation. Other dude just kind of floated away in the distance. Okay, eyes turn into fucking EMT mode, dude. So much blood is coming out of her head. I yell out into the bar. I'm like, yo, somebody grab me gloves and napkins. And I get gloves on. Before the gloves even come, I'm already stuffing her head. Bro, Mikey, she had a gash on her above her eyebrow about 2 inches long and like half an inch deep. At least.
Damn.
Okay. So she was gushing, dude. Gushing. Blood spilling down her side, like going into her ear and her hair. And I'm like talking to her. I'm like, hey, miss, do you know like where you're at? You know, you're at the comedy show at the Chatterbox. And she's like, like, and then at one point she started like laying back. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. You're going to sit up straight. You know, you're losing a lot of blood. And then I told her, I'm like, look, I'm jamming these napkins into your head to stop the bleeding. You're bleeding a lot right now, miss. You're bleeding. I start like moving her hair out of the way. I'm like, I'm going to try to make sure
This is in the bar?
This is right out front. Okay. To the right.
Yeah.
It's a cigarette.
Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
It's an ashtray. So it's a metal ashtray implanted into the ground. And there's a little step to get up to it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she tripped. I caught her when she came out mid-trip, and she slammed her head on that metal ashtray, dude.
Damn, bro.
Then bartender comes out, I think part owner too,
Steve?
or whatever. I'm not sure.
Bald dude?
Yeah, bigger guy. He's like, hey, like, how bad is it? I'm like, it's pretty bad, man. Like, there's a puddle of blood on the ground, and I'm like, she keeps bleeding, man. And then I like showed him, and he was like, yeah, I think we might need to call 911. And I'm like, if you think so, brother. Then the other homie, her homie was like, I don't know if we need to get an ambulance involved. Like, are you sure? And I'm like, bro, look at this. She needs stitches. And I'm like, you're too drunk. What, are you going to drive her to the hospital? And that kind of put him in his place a little bit. And then,
do the right thing.
dude, I'll put a picture in the episode, but I took a picture of
to the rescue.
I took a picture of like the ambulance after they picked her up with a blood-soaked fucking napkin, dude, that I just had shoved in her gash for it. I went complete paramedic, dude.
Damn.
And
You went Batman mode, bro.
yeah, dude. So the paramedics, they pick her up, they fucking wheeled her out, they laid her on that stretcher, and they're like asking the dude questions, and I'm answering everything. I'm like, they've been drinking, they were here for the comedy show, apparently they're regulars. She fell, hit her head, I came out, blood spewing. He didn't know what to do. And then he started asking, what's relation? I'm like, he won't tell me, bro. He's not going to tell you. I'm pretty sure it's her boyfriend, but he's not going to tell you. And then
a situationship.
Exactly. Yeah. That's maybe why he was so quiet, dude.
Yeah. She gives me head sometimes. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's fine, dude. It's fine.
I'm an ally.
The EMT was like, hey, man, she's going to be at this hospital, but you better not drive. Like, you take an Uber or a Lyft, or either one of your buddies take you. You don't drive. 5 minutes later, bro is getting chirped by the comics. He's just standing out smoking cigs right out there. And he's all the comics are like, what the fuck are you doing? Go support your girl. Your girl just clapped her face on a metal like fucking thing, and you're standing here joking around with a bunch of comics. Like, get out of here. They're basically bullying him. And I was like, dude, I told him, like, you just calm the fuck down. Like, don't, this guy's drunk. Like, you don't want to get him fired up, man. He's like, you guys are right. Turned around, went to his car, and just turned it on. We're like, yo, no, like, no, not like that. Like, I told him, I'm like, I'll get you an Uber, dude. I'll get you an Uber. It's a 3-minute ride down the street, dude. Don't do this. Goes, comes back within 5 minutes. He's like, there's cops everywhere over there. And we're like, no shit, jackass. The EMT himself told you don't drive. He's looking out for you. And we're trying to look out for you and your lady right now.
What an idiot.
And dude, everybody started, I was like, hey man, give me a cigarette. Let me talk to you man to man. Gives me a cigarette. And before I can even light it, to tell him like, hey man, you're going to fuck up your life if you do something stupid right now. And she's already injured. Why make the situation? Before I could even get any of those words out, he already again bounced his car. Peaced out. So who knows what happened to that guy? Who knows what happened to that lady? But like, that was my first night at the Chatterbox.
Damn, bro. Vic, to the rescue.
Dude, I
Don't
went just
drink and drive.
Definitely don't drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive, my friends.
Yeah, but the what's it called? The bartender was like, yeah, we see them like all the time. Like these guys are regulars. They get fucked up all the time here, and yeah. That's why they kind of like were like, oh, well, we don't know what to do with this. But yeah, dude, it was an interesting night, dude, for sure.
That's wild, man.
You have any like horror nights out doing comedy, man? Anything like that? I know you're a horror fan, so maybe you seen any blood, any fucking crazy shit like that?
Blood.
Maybe any fender benders on the way to a show because you're late or anything like that?
Nothing too crazy.
No.
Thankfully,
yeah,
nothing,
there you go. Knock on wood. Yeah.
Nothing too shenanigans. Because I work in the medical field, so I see a bunch of crazy shit like all the time. Like that's why I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm so loud, but like I'm in the hospital, I'm all like quiet like a mouse.
Really?
8 hours a day. I talk to people, but like I'm all.
Why is that like part of like the like just like the core that field? Like you kind of just. What do you mean they're quiet? Like you don't.
Like I'm not, because I'm to myself,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and when I go home, I'm like, ah.
But you're an outgoing guy, so like, is it hard for you to do that, man?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes like I turn it off.
Yeah.
When I'm just trying to get my cheddar.
One of the things that like I do admire, not to suck your dick at all, dude, but is you're phenomenal at networking, man. You're phenomenal at networking and like. Being like just meeting people and having the balls to just go and talk to people. And I'm not like that, man. I'm not like that in the slightest. Like when I go to shows a lot of the time, I forgot who I was talking to. We're talking about you. We're like, we go to our shows, we do our set, we get off stage, say what up to a comic and leave. And you like make sure to hang around, you talk to all the comics, you talk to whoever, just to like network, man. And that's like an admirable fucking skill, dude. Like, that's something that is obviously helping with your show, The Red Rum, with Danny Nixon, of course. But yeah, you guys are like, I think it was Danny I was talking to about it, actually. I was like, I don't know how Mikey does it. He's like, yeah, Mikey's the one that does all the networking and like hits up all these comics and they respect him. He respects them. Like, it's very admirable, dude.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. I don't know. That's one of my gifts, my abilities. Like, I feel like, people vibe with me.
Yeah.
I'm cool. And like I just don't come off pushy or whatever, and like I feel like with my size, I like I don't know, like I'm a little guy, but I'm not really afraid, like I just like
You're like your size is disarming. You're saying
not that, but it's just like like I'm just like I don't let my size like
interfere with your confidence, pretty much.
Like,
yeah,
even for a little dude, like feel like sometimes
bigger. That's not WWE, dude. That's
so I try to have confidence, because when I was younger I didn't have hella confidence. So now with my comedy I gotta like have that belief in myself and
for sure.
And like that's how I've gotten some of these people to do my show is like I don't go up to them and like, all
Yeah,
scared.
yeah.
Like, you know, I gotta be like,
And you also can't nerd out too hard, you know, because then they'll be like, so I'd
No.
rather not, you know.
and yeah, and then sometimes it's takes patience. Like a lot of the people I booked isn't just like, yo, you know, like that. Like I built like a little rep. You know, they've seen me multiple times and they respect my hustle and they see me doing it. And it's like, you know, like I respect the game and, you know, they, you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm thankful that, you know, they see something in me.
Yeah, they see that you're working, bro. That's what
Yeah.
it is. That's what it is. They see that you're working and you care about it, dude. Like, yeah, Sarah Hyland, we met. You know, she was one of the coolest just chicks I've met in comedy. Not like as a stand-up or whatever, just anybody.
In person.
Yeah, she was a cool ass person, man.
She's wonderful. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, dude, super nice, man. I was so happy I got to meet her, man. That was at your show, dude. So that was dope, man. What's the worst place you've done comedy? Not like show wise, but just like a worst place. Because I've done it a bunch of places.
I don't want to say the club's name, but I had an experience where
Oh, so it was at a club?
I had a bad experience. I got heckled once, but it was at this show. It was real rowdy. Same producer that we were talking about.
Yeah.
It was one of his shows, but these girls, they got all crazy and they flipped the table over, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. They got pissed about the 2 item minimum. It was like
In the middle of your set?
it was like 2 people before me. It was the start of the show. Literally
And they already spazzed.
yeah, they spazzed out and they said, "Ah!" It was like some fucking WWE. It was like a scene out of the Bad Girls Club and shit. You know, when I went up, I was just like, ah! You know, and like the energy was all fucking crazy. My mom and my dad were there and shit.
Oh,
It was
really?
all wild. It was like, what's the deal with Kanye?
Yeah.
And they like were booing me, and I was like, Mom, Dad, let's get at him.
Yeah.
Pay the bill.
That's a
Get the
nightmare.
fuck out.
That's not fun. I did one in like an alley behind a Mexican restaurant. That was just horrible. It just smelled like shit. There was no stage. You know, people were standing up against the fence. It's just not good, man. Not good, dude. But you got to do those shows, man. It's part of this career that we chose. This fucking dumbass career of telling jokes for a living. But let's hit the French Bakery real quick, and then we'll be right back, dude. All right, we're back from the French Bakery, dude. I didn't tell you, Mikey, that water is filtered through a Hawaiian volcano.
That's sick.
I'm not even joking, dude. Yeah, dude, like
It's delicious.
I'm a nerd about the water, dude. I used to get it from Iceland. Not from I think it was from Iceland, yeah. I would get these little like jugs that were like volcanic water, but those became a little bit expensive. And I found a
Primo H2O.
Primo H2O, dude. Stay hydrated, brother. In the break, you know, Mikey and I were just sharing our run-ins with the law, which are always fun. Do you remember your first one?
That's the only thing.
That was the only one. Yeah. I had one for weed, dude. When I was a young bull. I told you about my homies getting caught smoking in the bathroom. This was circa that era, you know. Okay, like sophomore year high school, bro. First run in, I just got a bong. Okay, hyped as a mother. I'll show you my current one, Daphne. But just got a bong, dude. Me and the homie split it. It was like $60, which at that time, dude, that's might as well have been $300. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we were gonna christen the last week of school before summer. This was the last week of school before summer. We're gonna see where this is going, dude. We're gonna christen it with like a fat sesh. We picked up an eighth, which is abnormal at the time. You think about the time, an eighth is a lot of money. That's $35, $30. You know. We'd usually just be getting dime bags or 20 sacks, whatever.
When I was in high school, eighths were $60.
What?
Yeah.
Of like gas, or was it just
gas.
average?
It was gas.
Really?
Yeah. So when I was in high school, it was in 2004 to 2008. Bro,
Okay.
one time I hit up my drug dealer for an eighth, and I should have went to and got change because he pulled up and I tried to pay him with 61s. And he's like, what the fuck? He had me sit in the back seat while he counted it. And he was pissed.
God, dude. That's
He's like, what the fuck? Next time
That's
you go
like-
to the coin stop and fucking turn this shit in.
really?
Yeah, he was pissed.
Damn, dude. That's like some shit a
He
cokehead
was
would
about
do.
to pistol whip me. I said, no, please.
Over an eighth, it was $60
Yeah,
back then,
bro.
dude.
It was back in the day.
So
I
I'm
was
talking like
probably getting
2012. So like clinics were more available and accessible. So weed
Because
wasn't.
there was like $20 a gram. So they're giving me 0.5. So you're getting 3.5 for 60.
That's
It
crazy.
was like by
dog.
the book, like 2000, when I was in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
This was all before medical marijuana,
So cards weren't even a thing yet.
Cards were, but it was a lot more like harder to get.
To get them, yeah.
It was like legit. This was when I was in high school,
Yeah.
and like, I was just experimenting with the bomb because I was so used to smoking dirty ass
Swag,
swag,
yeah.
and I just started making money, so I had money.
You had money in high school? You did too?
Yeah, a little bit. I got a job in 12th grade.
Oh, okay, senior
So,
year.
like,
Okay.
I had money to, like for myself a little bit, and I just burnt it all on weed. But it was good weed though.
There you go.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, as what I was saying, like, yeah, we got this brand new like purple. I remember it to this day. Purple, little nice like fucking 1-footer, nice waffle perk in the middle, beautiful tint, purple tint on it, and we made our way to this spot, and we were setting up, me and a couple of the bros. I had just sat down, getting the fucking eighth out.
Damn.
Cop walks right down the hill that we're in our posted up at. So what's up, fellas? What do we got going on here?
Damn.
And then another cop comes over, gave us like we were doing meth at your fucking high school. Talked to us like we were doing that, dude. Took my shit, made me call my mom, tell her what I was doing, where I was at. They fucking handcuff us, put us on the sidewalk, dude. School buses of all of our homies are driving by, just like, what the fuck? That's Vic and Nordy on the fucking. What are they doing? They got pinched by 12, dude, right? Like, oh my god, dude, it was horrible. And yeah, that was like the period of my life where I was getting drug tested every 2 weeks, making sure Vic's not going to the gym and smoking weed again, but.
They had a reputation, bro.
Yeah, those are the days.
What my mom did, bro? My mom was kind of low-key kind of scandalous when she caught me. Or when I got caught up, she told my homie's mom, Mike was smoking in the bathroom. She was just like, I was like, Mom, you ain't gotta be telling no
Why'd she
one.
tell him that?
To, to kind of
Like,
be like,
warn, like,
Yeah.
your homie's mom?
Yeah,
like,
'cause
maybe he's doing that too?
yeah, my mom would put me on blast.
Bro, there was this thing, man. I don't know if it's probably a different era, man, but like there was this thing called the Buzz in our
I
city.
wanted that.
Huh?
Yeah, no, yeah.
It was called the Anaheim Buzz, and it would literally be people posting like everything going on in the neighborhood, bro. And these snobby fucking moms, man, I swear to God, till this day, I want to punch them in their fucking gut, dude, for the shit they would post on there. Oh, white Infinity seen by Ronald Reagan Park driving 5 miles over the speed limit. Just a heads up, guys, if you're in the area. It's like, dude, have a life, like go home, watch Netflix. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I don't know. I was just kind of raised like, pay attention to your own self. Don't mind, mind your own business. Don't fucking get into other people's shit. And that was just the literal talking shit about the neighborhood. Like, I don't know, man. I hate some of those people, man. I feel like they got to tell everybody everything about what's going on, dude. Like, fuck off, man.
Yeah. That's wild, bro. That's wild.
Yeah, man. None of that from me, dude. I'm not on those apps. Like, have you heard of the one that like tells you every crime in the neighborhood?
No.
A lot of comics make jokes about it. I forgot what it's called.
No,
but
I know, I'm aware of it, but I'm not on it.
yeah, I'm not on that
I
shit.
don't
I
even
don't
know,
need to
like-
see all that negativity and all that.
Yeah, it's like homie with the hatchet.
Yeah, exactly.
Down the
Like,
road.
2 streets over, a guy with a knife, naked. It's like, all right, yeah, I don't need to know about that, man. I just got, dude. Look, I think I'm getting notifications for it right now. Okay, I just got this camera,
Oh yeah.
home security camera.
Yeah.
And I'm writing a bit about it, that getting a notification from that is like getting a notification that I got matched with someone on Tinder. Like that's how I know I'm getting older, because I get all fired up like, who the fuck is at my door, dude?
I had I have the Ring app, but it was getting too much. It was just like I had to silence this shit.
Yeah.
Where it was just like the fucking cat would run by and ding, 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 where it was
Dude,
just
I mean,
like-
I don't know. I don't mind it, bro. Honestly, I don't mind it. I'd rather know who's going around than, even if it's a
Well,
cat, dude.
my aunt, she's on top of it. Everyone else, is.
You're like, I trust other people
Yeah,
with
like
it, dude.
honestly, but it's like it's their cameras, bro. Like I live there too, but yeah, but they're on top of it. I love them.
No, man, it's better be safe than sorry for sure. Dude, speaking
Oh
of,
yeah,
dude,
especially with all the weirdos,
I
yeah, but
I wanted
it
to show you these, dude. Look at this. Scope this
What
out.
is this?
Make sure the camera sees it too.
What is this? Is this a blade? A knife?
I took these off a guy a few nights ago.
Damn, bro.
You know what these are? Throwing knives.
You're fucking crazy, bro. That's wild, bro.
Some dude tried to walk into the comedy club with these on his hip. And I was like, hey, brother, can you stop for me for a second? And he's like, what's up? What's up, fool? He was Mexican, homie. And I was Alfred Robles show. You know who that is.
Sold it out, bro.
Yeah, sold out the whole weekend. And he's trying to walk. He walking by, fucking cholo looking homie with a flannel on, his lady on his side, and the shirt tucked in. But what I saw that on his side, I'm like, hey man, you can't. Yeah, I'm like, you can't just be bringing 3 miscellaneous blades on your hip, dude. Yeah, dude, they're pretty wild. I was fucking around with them outside, throwing them at a fucking at some cardboard, but yeah, some of the stories, dude, working at that place, dude.
Yo, that's crazy. Let me ask you, what would you do in this hypothetical scenario?
Go for it.
All right. Say Moise hits you up. He's been down on his luck meeting someone, but he hits you up. He's like, yo, bro, I finally met someone. Me and this chick, we matched. We matched on J-Date
Okay.
or fucking Bumble or whatever.
Okay,
Whatever
okay,
app, like
okay.
whatever app this motherfucker's on.
He's on all of them.
He's on all the apps, Grindr, fucking, but he's like, yo, we matched. And then he's like, I'm in love. You start to see less and less of Moise.
Okay.
He's like, fucking Vic, handle the mic for a little bit. I'm in love. Me and my partner, we're
taking things serious.
Yeah, we're taking things serious. He hits you up. He's like, I want you to come over. My partner is going to cook us dinner, my lover. And you're like, all right. You're like, what time should I be over? And he's like, oh, she works fucking late night, so it's her schedule. So you got to come over at fucking 11 p.m. And you're like, all right, she's a late fucking person, whatever.
She's a nurse.
Yeah.
She has late hours.
Late hours. So you go over, bro. Up in the house. She's cooking dinner and shit.
Mm-hmm.
She walks by a fucking mirror. She has no reflection. What do you do, bro?
Wow, that's a crazy hypothetical you just painted.
What would you do, bro? Would you like...
So she walks by the mirror. I have view of the mirror and her.
Yeah.
And I see no reflection in the mirror.
reflection. How do you handle the situation?
Dude, what a fucking great question. Wow, I can't believe you sat on that until we're 42 minutes deep into the pod. We should have started earlier with that, because this is a thinker, dude. I think I know. My immediate gut, you want me to tell you what my gut would do?
How would you handle the situation?
I love how you built it up, too. Like, it's a late night. He's been really into her. He even had to, like, take a couple weeks off the mic because he's like, hey, man, I'm holding it down.
love,
Yeah, I got my little shawty, So if I saw that, let's say she's walking out with some plates of food, and even the plates aren't visible in the mirror, right? Okay?
Like, the food is real, so it's there.
So the food is there, it's floating
Yeah.
in the mirror,
Yeah.
but there is no human being, the person that my eyes see.
Yeah, she's like...
So then I'm going to have a mental kind of like freak out, okay? Be like, what the fuck am I seeing? Double check, make sure I see it. Like, let's say she's like checking her hair or whatever, or something like that. And I'm going to be like, okay, I just saw that. There's nobody in that physical realm right there. But I'm going to pretend that nothing happened, and I'm going to go on with the rest of the night. I'm I'm assuming that okay, it's a late night. I'm assuming Moy's he's gonna ask me, you know, do you want some brews? Do you want some wine with dinner or whatever? And I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna play it cool. Like, yeah, of course. Let's say her name's Stella. I'd be like, Stella, are you gonna have a glass of wine too? Try to catch her again in be like, yo, can you walk me to the restroom real quick? Try to walk past the mirror again, sneak a glance and be like, is that a floating glass of wine? Just to confirm. Then I'm really losing it. Then I'm like, this person either doesn't exist or I'm hallucinating. I'll go to Moy at some point in the night and I'll be like, hey Moy, you matched with this chick on Bumble, right? Yeah, Stella, dude, she's great. I mean, what do you think about her? She seems lovely. Is she real? And that might catch him off guard. I'd be like, I'd assume he'd be like, yeah, she's real. Look, do you not see her? Then I'd be like, all right, Moy, let's follow me real quick after dinner. Let's go have drinks back in the loft where we were and like turn on a movie. Like I just saw The Accountant 2. I'd be like, let's watch The Accountant 2, dude. It's a great movie. It's on Netflix right now. Ben Affleck killing it. And I'd be like, yo, come sit with me and we'll have her crack another bottle of wine or, you know, something like that. Be like, yo, sit next to me, Moy. And then have her come from that angle again where I first noticed it and be like, look at the mirror. Then, depending on Moy's reaction, what he does, I'd be like, that's where I would go, where I'd have to figure out what the fuck the rest of the night goes. But I think I would try to play it cool, not mention anything, not like do anything until like Moy sees it himself and then be like, that might be a ghost. I'm not a big ghost guy. I don't know if you are. It seems like you may be with that question, but that's probably how I would handle it. Dude.
Damn. And one of my homies did that shit to me, and I was like, I don't know what I would do because he might be up in it too. He might be like one of their familiars. This might be a vampire I'm dealing with.
So what would you do in this scenario?
I would maybe be like, oh, I got diarrhea. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
You dip?
I would try to dip if they'd fucking try to let me, or you know, like
they would let me.
What if you know, what if they were gonna like not take
sacrifice you or something?
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Your mind goes there.
Yeah, or I might do. I might even say anything. I might be like, all right, yeah, and just dip. You know, because she might be a undead or something. Or
do you believe in stuff like that?
I don't know, but if I see
what do you mean you don't know? That's a yes or no.
If I see something like that, I might, you know, skedaddle, jump out the window. You know, I don't know if like I'm not gonna come equipped, but one of my homies, he's a veteran. I said, "What would you do, bro?" And he said he would throw fucking the table over and just shoot them all. I'm like, bro,
everyone.
He's a psycho. He thought he was Blade the Vampire Hunter. This is just for jokes.
No, of course.
Yeah, I know, but like he takes it too dramatically.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, vampires.
I'm not big on the I forgot what it's called. The ones that walk among us that we don't see or whatever. I don't really know about that, but I don't talk shit on them because if they are around, I don't want them to fuck with me.
Yeah,
that's why. Like I would pay them if in this hypothetical, I'd pay them the respect to be like, let's enjoy some dinner and some wine.
I'd be an ally with a vampire. I'd be like, yo, just don't.
Yeah, just don't drink my blood.
Yeah, respect your visible. You know, like
I'll take you to a farm.
Like yo,
I know a farm in Corona where you can go munch on some fucking goats, whatever. Some cows, get you your blood, dude. Whatever you need to sustain, dude.
We could add the V up on the LGBTVV.
Camps, vampires as well, dude.
Bro, we love them. Yeah.
That's hilarious, dude. Dude. No. I did have. I mean, in kind of in a close realm to what you asked me. I'll ask you this: when was the last time you were at a house party?
Damn, bro. House party?
Yeah, like a legit house party.
It's been years. Bro.
Years? Yeah? Okay. I just got invited to one recently. I couldn't make it because of the riots. It was out in Hollywood and they had like the curfew and everything.
Well, I actually did a house show last year. Earlier this year was real cool. One of my homies.
And it was basically a party, that comedy show had it. Yeah, those are sick. I haven't done one, but I've heard about the homies doing them.
Yeah, it was real cool. It was really like
They basically pay. I mean, you don't drink, but they usually just pay you in beer and weed. They're like, you can drink as much as you want, smoke as much as you want.
Yeah, it was a fun crowd, honestly. It was like, I went like wild and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I went feral.
I went to one a couple years ago for one of the bros' birthdays. He had a birthday party, like a birthday house party. He just invited all his friends. And it got to the point of the night where mushrooms were being passed around. And one of the guys, I don't know if he took too much or if he was just really feeling himself, but it got to like after hours and he kind of like enclosed me in on the couch.
Damn.
Like he was just talking to me. Like I couldn't, like, you know, when you get in a conversation and you can't get out, you know, type deal.
Yeah.
He was doing that, and I wasn't taking shrooms. I was just chilling, drinking, having a couple pops and my weed as usual, you know. And he's just shroomed out, talking about like the flesh of his female counterpart, how it keeps him alive, and
That's fucking crazy, man.
some vamp shit for real. He was like, yeah, when I touch
That's
her,
wild.
he's like, when I touch her, man, like it just gives me life. Like I can't imagine a world without her. And I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here. I don't know what this guy's deal is. I'm looking in the kitchen and I'm seeing like, you know, like the steak knife set up and all that. And I'm like, this guy, dude, I don't know what his thing is about flesh, like what his deal is. Like he's just high as fuck or what. I tell him, I'm like, hey man, I'm going to go smoke a cig outside. I'll be right back. I go out front, Uber, dip, dude.
That's wild.
I had to. I just didn't trust the bro.
Yeah,
Did
bro,
not-
I
and
would have did.
I didn't know the guy. He was what's it called? A roommate of my homie that I was spending the night or was having the party at. And he was like, yeah, spend the night, dude. Get fucked up as whatever you want. Like chill here. And I'm like, there is no way I'm closing my eyes with this guy around, dude. Hell
I would
no,
have hit him
dude.
in the head with a steel chair.
Yeah, dude. No, hit him with one of these, dude. Hit him with a fucking throwing knife, dude. Just fucking let him have it, dude. Let him know, dude.
I'm not violent.
Dude, I'm not a violent guy, dude. I'm not a violent guy, dude. But when you start telling me about flesh and all this keeps you
No,
alive,
yeah,
you gotta look out for
You gotta
myself.
watch your booty hole.
Yeah. All that, dude.
That's we're little dudes, bro. We're little dudes.
As we said at the
we kind of
beginning.
look like each other too, bro. I was looking. I was like, we kind of, you know, we
Low-key,
could
dude.
be cousins or
If
something.
you grew out a mullet, I feel like we would look
My
very
hair's
similar.
long as fuck, bro.
I
My
know.
hair is like, I look like someone mistaken. Some dude was on a sick one at the Taco Bell, and he needed some help, and he thought I was Jesus. He's like, Jesus, Jesus. I was like, no, my son, I'm not Christ, but here's some.
Here's $1. Get
Here's a
yourself.
mild sauce for you, my boy. That's all I could do.
You're like, you don't need that hot stuff. Take a mild, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Relax.
Here's
dude.
some Baja Blast.
Yeah, dude. No, I know your hair's long as fuck. I used to have long ass hair too, man. I used to.
Yeah, I got it up in a bun right now. I'm trying to wear my hair like, you know, like, because I would always wear hats on stage, so I'm trying to be more natural.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I used to be the opposite. I used to never wear a hat. I felt like it would cover my face because sometimes I look down a lot on stage. Like I just kind of look down like as I'm thinking, and I feel like it just shades your face, and like the crowd really needs to see your face to see your emotions and all that, especially when you're telling a joke that has emotion and should evoke emotion, you know. So I used to never, but now sometimes I do, and I try to avoid like the looking down, but it's kind of just like my demeanor. I kind of just do that as like a part of my bits. I'm thinking I want to make it seem serious or go in a misdirect and then pop up, you know what I'm saying, and give them that emotion, you know. But yeah, I didn't know you used to wear hats on stage, man. I remember beanies. You used to wear beanies.
I
Yeah,
wear beanies, hats, caps. I wore a cowboy hat once.
Really? I could never, man.
It didn't go well. I went, yeah.
I could never. I would be. That's just too much of a character. I'd have to do a character.
They said, now get. And I was like, I didn't have any boots, but I wore my Jordans.
Jordans and a cowboy hat, dude, and a tank top. If you wore a tank top.
I have like my styles all over the place. My cousin says he can't go out with me because I look like a character.
Really?
I don't know. I love them though. We're cool. I just
I
kind
think
of.
you have a pretty set style, dude. I think you found what you like to look like, appear as, dude. feel like you're comfortable in what you.
No, yeah, I
wear,
was
dude.
just saying that. He's cool. He's cool. He's cool.
I like to always like before we end the pod. Well, first of all, yeah, you got a show July 4th.
Yeah, could I
Yeah,
promote
go
some
ahead,
stuff?
plug your stuff,
So
dude.
yo, check it. The Red Room Comedy, downtown Fullerton, Revolution Cantina, June 30th. We got Tom Arnold headlining. It's gonna be cracking. It's
Fuck
gonna
yeah,
be
dude.
sick. Tickets on Eventbrite. Tickets on my Instagram.
I'll put it in the link for
Yeah,
on YouTube.
Mr. Mikey Barajas, all one word. And I got another show at the Comedy Store, Punchlines Only, July 4th, 10 o'clock. Tickets on my bio too. Come support your boy. It's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna be wild. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be outrageous. Yeah, I'm gonna be like popping like a firework a little.
And I can vouch for Mikey, man. He puts on a good show, dude. He puts on a good show. Anytime he gets on that stage, he takes it seriously. So,
Oh, yeah.
And you bring the energy. You have a lot of energy, dude. You care about that shit, dude. Is it Red Room?
Yeah.
I've been saying Red Rum, bro. I thought it was Red Rum, like murder backwards.
Yeah, but it has the dots on top.
Oh,
like
that's
pronounced
maybe.
Red Rum.
Oh, okay.
But it
Got
looks
you.
like red rum. It's like that's
Red Room is great too, but I just thought Red Rum like it was like murderers. You were
it's
trying to
kinda,
get.
it's supposed to. Yeah, I didn't want it to be too on the nose with murder.
Got you.
Yeah.
Because you do have like the slasher type theme with the posters and like.
Yeah, I try to like
Horrors.
with the flyers that I make. I try to do like, I don't intentionally try to do horror shit, but like that's just what comes naturally. Like the dark, edits that I make.
Yeah,
Danny has his styles that he does. They're like really professional.
it's very very niche, man. You guys
Yeah.
have found like your style for sure, man. You
Yeah,
definitely have
we're a
found your
good team.
style.
Shout out to my lawyer, my favorite.
Favorite Jew.
Yeah, my favorite Hebrew, Danny Nixon.
Danny's the man. Danny's
Yeah,
the
I
man,
love that
dude.
guy. He is.
He's a good man.
Vic, you're a good dude too, bro.
Thank
I
you, dude.
appreciate being here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming
Yeah.
by, man.
Yeah.
I like to end on one rec, dude. Anything you'd recommend, like mostly to watch, because like I'm a big media guy. I know you are too. So any kind of like content that you've been on lately, or anything that you'd recommend for me to watch, whether it's comedy, whether it's action, whatever the fuck it is, whether it's a movie, a series, anything.
I would recommend listening to Adrian Appalucci's Baby Skeletons on Spotify or.
Oh, is that an album?
Yeah, it's an album she has. It's pretty sick. Check that out. It's one of my favorite.
Okay.
She's gonna do my show soon too. Probably before September. She was supposed to do it, but she had an emergency, so we had to reschedule it. So she's still gonna do it. She follows me. We're homies. So listen to that. She's cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Baby Skeletons on Spotify.
And then True Detective season 1. That's a
Oh,
good
dude,
one.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I mean, True
Season
Detective.
1.
Yeah, I think it falls off around season 3 or 4.
Yeah, I only watched the first season. Like I watched the other ones, but the other ones are poo poo.
Yeah.
Compared to the first season, Kira
Yeah.
Fukunawa directed it all.
Yeah, dude.
I had a
Those
good
are
time.
two great recs. Dude. Mine would be, I mentioned it earlier, The Accountant.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's
Have you
good.
seen it?
Yeah, I seen it, both of
Have
them.
you seen both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, dude. Okay. Well, yeah, those are my 2 recs, man. Hey, thank you for being on the pod, man. I really appreciate it. I got a couple shows coming up. I'll just put them in my Instagram. The first few in New York, then
Oh yeah, you're killing
Detroit.
it, bro. Vic is killing it, bro. He's out there. You're like living the dream, bro.
I'm
Like,
trying.
yeah,
I'm
bro.
trying to be a
You're-
working comic,
yeah,
man. I'm
you're
trying to
right.
do it, dude.
I
Trying to do it.
respect your hustle, bro. Like
Thank
I'm
you,
trying to tour. Vic kills it and all over the country, bro.
Trying, man.
Yeah.
So New York, Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland, and then the last show here at the Ha Ha, the 29th of June. So all that will be on my Instagram as well. Again, fucking thank you, Mikey, for coming by and doing an episode. You're always welcome to come by and do another one. Until next time, you guys take it easy. Peace.